Watch, CNN caught lying about terror attack on American soil. Muslim terrorism is escalating. ISIS is thrilled at the ease with which they can kill innocent people in the Western world. They don't even have to organize the attacks anymore directly. Their propaganda radicalizes Muslims who carry out the attacks on their own. The biggest accomplice of ISIS is the media, who are quick to play the role of apologists for Islam whenever an attack occurs. In their recent coverage of a terror case in Michigan, CNN wrote their headline in such a way as to hide the fact that the terrorist yelled Allahu Akbar before stabbing a police officer. Like the other fake news outlets, CNN misleads people not just by the lies they tell, but also by what they leave out. Selective coverage is one of the most popular tools in the arsenal of the mainstream media. On Twitter, they shared an article about the FBI investigation into the stabbing of a police officer by a Muslim terrorist at Bishop International Airport in Flint, Michigan. The text of their tweet is an obvious attempt to conceal the truth. Multiple news outlets confirmed what the attacker, Amor Fituhi, shouted right as he began stabbing Lt. Jeff Neville. He clearly shouted Allahu Akbar. Via LA Times. It's what every terrorist shouts before they start killing. But CNN wants you to think this attack had nothing whatsoever to do with Islam. So they made an attempt to skirt around the truth by treating Fituhi's words as unspoken. The tweet in which CNN shared their article reads: "Preliminary indications are Michigan airport suspect said something in Arabic before stabbing officer, officials say. Said something in Arabic. I wonder what that something was? How convenient for that phrase to have gone inaudible." The fact that CNN censored Allahu Akbar is an admission of guilt on their part. They know it undermined their narrative. They know it proved this was an act of Muslim terrorism. They know it demonstrates what all common-sense Americans have long ago realized: Islam is not a religion of peace. The CNN article goes further in its quest to conceal the truth. It has a large, bolded subheading that says "a lone wolf attack," followed by a passage that twists FBI statements to make it sound like the case is closed. This had no connection to Islam. The last thing CNN will do is admit their pet religion is the cause of this grisly attack. Of course, if it were a Christian attacker, the leftist media would be jumping at the opportunity to slam Christianity, calling for a greater separation of church and state. A lot of coverage of this incident even featured warnings about reprisals against Muslims in the face of anti-Muslim violence in the U.S. What anti-Muslim violence are they talking about? It's the same old story. It's always a lone wolf attacker. It just goes to show how smart ISIS is. They don't have to get their hands dirty. All ISIS has to do is radicalize impressionable young men via propaganda. When these radicalized men commit an act of terror, it's then spun as a lone wolf attack, and hence not terrorism. It's ridiculous. The media have become the enablers of terrorists. Boycott them and shut them down.